Hey guys, it's Amanda back with Amandarosetarot Tarot, and we're here today to do another pick a card reading. So we're going to do a reading and we're going to try to look at 1 week from now. So we'll try to predict what is going to be happening in your life 1 week from now. So we've got 3 piles to choose from today. We're using a number of different cards. We're using 1 card from the Messenger Oracle, 1 card from the Rider Waite deck. We're using 1 card from the Gilded Lenormand Deck. We're using 1 card from the White Sage Tarot. And finally, we're using 1 card from the Gypsy Witch Fortune Telling deck. So before we get started, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so now and hit that notification bell. I'm not on any sort of schedule as to when I release my videos. So if you make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, then you will get notified every time that I post a reading. So without further ado, let's zoom in, let's look at the icons, and we have 3 little circle icons to choose from today. The first reading, it's a pink circle, and it's got kind of like pen strokes. So we're going to call it pen strokes or pen scribbles. So that's going to be the first reading. The second reading is the Hello Kitty. And the third reading is this. It's like a storm cloud, but it's glittery. It's a purple glittery storm cloud. So I'm just going to be quiet for a minute, let you focus on which pile you're drawn towards, and then we're going to try to see what's going to be happening 1 week from now. Okay, so if you chose the first reading, this pink circle with the pen scribbles all over it, let's look at your cards. Okay, the first card that you've got is the 9 of Swords and the Rose. The next card that you've got is the Judgment card, card number 20. The next card that we have is the Polar Bear, card number 15. Okay, we've got the 5 of Swords. And finally, we've got Embrace the Dark. Okay, so if you pick this pile, I think a lot's going to be happening over the next week. I think that there could be a person that you're having to deal with that you could feel is just, they're insensitive, you know, they only care about themselves. They could act, you know, selfish. They could, you know, do things in an underhanded way to kind of try to get ahead. So I don't like the way this person's acting because they feel like they've won, but it's kind of a hollow victory because nobody is really celebrating, you know, this person's win. So they are the one that feels as if they've won, but really it's just hurting other people. So I think that whatever this is, it could be something that you're not gonna like. You know, be careful of the people that you're keeping around you because you could have someone that's not being totally 100% with you. And with the 9 of Swords here, it could be that this is going to be affecting you over the next week. So it could be anxiety, it could be stress, it could be worry. But I do feel like there is some good here. I think that if you've been dealing with a lot of negative people around you, I think that you're able to kind of bounce back from that. I don't think that you would choose to be around those type of people. You'd rather be in situations where you're dealing with positive people, but I think you are kind of rugged, like this rose, you know, it's very beautiful, but it's got the thorns, so it can defend itself. So I think you're that type of energy. So yeah, you know, you will have to be around somebody that maybe isn't the best person to be around, but I think that you have the courage to, you know, keep going in life. And I think that you know, it's kind of like this mama polar bear. You know, she's very strong, she's very aggressive, she can protect, you know, what is hers, her cubs, but she, you know, she's kind of fearless. You know, she'll stand up to adversity, you know. So I think that if you are having to deal with somebody that is, you know, unpleasant, you know, they could be jealous, they could be, you know, just a not good person to be around. I think be cautious, but if you do have to stand up to this person, then I feel like you're gonna do good. You know, you're fearless, you know, you will defend yourself, and you're not gonna back down. So if it's like a territory thing, you know, you're gonna protect your territory, you're gonna defend your, you know, territory. You feel like this is what I've built, this is what I've created, and you can't stop me. So I think you have the courage to make it. You have the courage to get what you want. I think that a lot of people recognize the good in you. I mean, with the rose, it's like, it's romantic, it's very, well, this is a red rose, so it's like passion, desire, love, beauty, affection. So I think it's like a balance between that light and dark side. You know, we've got Embrace the Dark, card number 9. So we've got 2 9s here, and 9s are about, you're almost there. You know, you've got the strength to do this. You can get over this hump. You know, it may feel like there's so much resistance, but you will get to where you want to be. You will be successful. It's not going to be easy, but you will. So, you know, sometimes we have to have that dark side. We all have it, you know, it may be uncomfortable sometimes, but we have those. It's just a matter of being able to balance them. So, you know, not letting that side take over and to dominate all of your actions that you do. So it's like, rather than staying and fighting, you know, against this person that's acting unfair, that's, you know, not being honest, is being selfish, you could just choose, you know, to turn your back on that person rather than communicate with them or fight with them or be in a bad mood. You know, you can just go back to your den and be like, okay, I'm not going to let that person bother me. You know, they're unpleasant, and I don't have to fight against them. I don't have to stand up to them. In some cases, yes, you may need to, but in other cases, you know, you may be able to just protect yourself by stepping away. So I think, you know, even if you are dealing with a person that you feel is just not good to be around, you know, they're unpleasant, I think that you have to realize that this person, you know, maybe we don't like the way they're acting, but I think that this person, they're only gonna hurt themselves in the long run. So it's like they're self-sabotaging because they can't free themselves of this energy, you know. So they've totally embraced that dark side. They have none of that light side. So that maybe they're just jealous of you because they see you are very powerful, you know, you have this strength. Um, you're kind of fearless. And I think that this person doesn't have that balance. They don't have that 50-50 balance between their dark side and their light side. So they are the one that needs to work on transforming that. We all have those parts of us that we dislike. It's just a matter of not sabotaging our lives by totally, you know, going the wrong way, you know? So I feel like this person has stepped into territory where they are being dishonest, they are being underhanded, they are deceitful, and if they have won against you, it's going to be a short-lived victory because they can't go on this way, you know. They need to stop, you know, because it's going to be just a short-lived victory for this person. The situation may be temporarily, it will go in their favor, but I think that don't let them bother you because they could be trying to drag you down with them. They don't want you to be happy, you know. They want you to be maybe they want to take you down a notch. They're like, well, you're too strong, you're too powerful, you know, you think that you can do anything. Well, this person could just be trying to sabotage your goals, you know. But I think you're very spirited. You have this attitude where, yes, maybe, you know, you want to come up against me, maybe you're an enemy. I'm still going to be optimistic in spite of what you're trying to do. You can be aggressive towards me. Maybe it will hurt, but you know, I recognize that I do have good aspects of myself. So don't let this person make you feel as if you are the one that's lost, because I don't feel like you have. I feel like, you know, this person is just insensitive, and they could just be jealous of you, you know. But we've got this Judgment card here. So the Judgment card, this is kind of like a karma, you know. It's like a karma card. So it's like, I like how this polar bear, you know, she's facing the light, you know. She's like, you know, I could slash this person, I could chew them up and spit them out, but you know what, I'm deciding to take the higher road. So it's like you have a choice. We always have a choice as to what we do in life, our actions, our thoughts, our words. So I think it's like spiritual karma. So, you know, if you're choosing to take the high road, you're making your choices, you know, based on where you want to be in life. You're focusing on, okay, if I'm obedient, you know, if I do as I'm supposed to, you know, then I will get where I'm supposed to be. Maybe right now, you know, someone else that has issues is winning me over. Maybe they're trying to test me, but, you know, I'm not going to let them bother me. I'm not going to sink to their level. And so I think keep focusing on your life goals and focus on the light, you know. I think you're awakening to like the big picture, and you're not gonna let this person sabotage you. So I think you're taking the high road. It may be hard, you know, to deal with a person that's just, maybe they have anger issues, you know, something like that. But I feel like you're choosing the high road, you know, and you don't want this person to make you feel, you know, like you can't accomplish your goals. I think you're very disciplined. So even if you have to go through a time of struggle, you're going to make it. You're going to make it just because you can go the distance. You definitely can go the distance. So, you know, this next week ahead, I don't think it's going to be the easiest, but I think that you will be able to push ahead, you will be able to persevere, and you have the courage to make things happen. You know, it's just a matter of choosing the high road and knowing that you don't need to fight these battles. God's going to fight your battles for you. You could reach out for help, you know, ask your guardian angel, you know, please can you help me? I've been doing a lot of work on myself. You know, I'm trying to go on the other side. You know, I don't want to sink to this person's level, so please can you help me to deal with this? So I think it's a time of testing, but I think as long as you do what's right, then this person will not be able to have long-term victory. Maybe short-term victory, but not long-term victory. So that's what I'm getting if you pick the first reading. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. If you would like a personal reading, then check out the link below to my Etsy. I have lots of different readings over there that I would love to do for you guys. Okay, so if you chose the second pile, we've got this cute little Hello Kitty. Let's look at your cards. Okay, the first card that you've got is the Seven of Cups and the Storks. We've been getting the stork a lot lately. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got number 1, the Rider. We've got the Seven of Swords. So yeah, I don't know if you came from reading 1, but yep, here we go. Okay, and the last card is Follow the Moon, card number 13. All right. Okay. So let's get this negative card right out of the way. We all saw it. We all noticed it. So you could be dealing with a greedy person. You know, look at this person. He's just trying to sneak away. Oh, I didn't do anything. But he definitely did. So this person, they don't feel guilty. I feel like they don't feel guilty for what they've done. So they're kind of an unfair person. So you could have to deal with someone who is unfair. They use heavy-handed methods to try to force what they want, you know. So I just feel like, you know, this week there's going to be someone that is just very severe, you know. They're not considerate, you know. It's like they're unfeeling of other people. They're just, all they care about is themselves. You know, we've got that in the first reading, that selfish person, and it's coming up again. You know, it's coming up again in this reading. So, you know, in life, yes, we're going to have to deal with people that sometimes we don't like dealing with. So this is kind of forewarning you that there could be this greedy type person that you're going to be dealing with. Okay? But definitely things are changing for you. Okay? We've got the Rider, which is card number 1. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is also a 1. So we've got a lot of new things happening for you. So, you know, in this messenger card, in this Rider card, she's wearing a messenger bag. So you really could have messages coming in. So this could be new opportunities. This could be just your life is kind of speeding up, you know. Like when you're on the merry-go-round, you know, it can be bumpy. Sometimes it goes fast, you know, sometimes it goes slow. So there could be messages coming in, telephone calls, you know, things like that, news coming in. There could be someone that wants to create with you, someone that wants a fresh start with you. Maybe someone that feels a spark of energy, you know, they want to start something new with you. So I feel like this is probably a good opportunity. You know, I don't know that everybody you're going to be dealing with is going to be great, you know, this person, but the way that the rider is faced, look, she's faced in the opposite direction. Okay, if you can see that. So he's looking at her, but she's headed in the other direction. She's like, nope, I'm not going for your sneaky ways. I know the way you act, and I've already seen that, and I'm going in a different direction. So I'm gonna ride this this horse on this rainbow, and I'm headed in a much better directions. And this is also the Nine of Cups. I've just noticed that. So, you know, it's like you can be satisfied, you can be happy, your wishes can be granted. You just maybe have to go in a new direction. You know, maybe you were headed in the wrong direction, but I think if you head in a new direction, that there's opportunities that are definitely waiting for you. We've got, this is the Seven of Cups, so this talks also of options, opportunity, choices. So maybe you have a vision of what you want, you know what you're looking for, and you know, you kind of recognize what you want. You've realized what you don't want, definitely what you don't want. So I think you're making the changes that you need to get to where you want. So you have this dream, you have this vision of what you want. So I feel like you're moving in the right direction. We've got the Stork card here, so some of you could be changing locations, changing residence. Maybe that's the direction that you've decided to go in. So I think this is definitely an opportunity for you. I think that you are protective of your nest, so this could be family, and maybe you've made this decision that, you know, you need to change some things in your life because it doesn't feel like it's a positive environment wherever you are. So you could be changing, you know, breeding grounds. You know, that's what the storks do. They fly and they breed in one area, so they're changing locations. And sometimes it can be difficult to make big changes in your life, but I think that you already realize that that's something that you have to do. You understand that change is a part of life. It's not always easy, but I think it's something that you have to do. And follow the moon. So this is a really watery card. So, you know, even her dress is made of water. So you could be definitely feeling a lot of emotions right now. So take note of the way you're feeling. Understand your body, your emotions right now. We're made of water. 2/3 of the human body is made of water. So I think you have to realize that, yes, you are an emotional person. It's okay. You can have good days. You can have bad days. It's changing. It's always changing. It's like a wave of emotions could be washing over you, but know that it'll change, you know. So maybe it's someone, you know, someone has been insensitive, someone has been unfair, they've been selfish, they haven't considered your feelings. And of course that's going to affect you. Of course that's going to, you know, cause a wave of emotions to wash over you. But the water is also, it's also a cleansing energy. So I think that your emotions are going to be changing. So you could be embracing forgiveness, you know, knowing that, okay, I need to move on with my life. You know, there have been problems, but I'm healing those things. I'm cleansing myself of that. And I understand that I'm allowed to have feelings. I'm allowed to have emotions. I can have bad days, you know, emotionally. I am allowing myself to have bad days. So I think this next week could be a little bit emotional for you. I think we do have either a new moon or a full moon coming up. I think it's the 27th. So, you know, that could be something you need to be aware of, is that your emotions could be overwhelming a little bit. You could feel a little bit drowned, like you're submerged in your emotions this next week. But know that there are opportunities and you are heading in the right direction. And there could be some sort of news about a new opportunity, you know? So it could be an invitation, something I feel like is going to be really good. It's going to be creative. It's going to be exciting, something you're passionate about. And it could be an opportunity to be moving, you know, maybe you've really been thinking about that. And if you're honest with yourself, I think that it would be something that would be better for you. Definitely. So situations changing, emotional week, but I feel like you will get through this. You know, you just have to cleanse yourself, you know. So whatever you can do, you know, drink more water, take salt water bath, just keep yourself cleansed. And I feel like the week will be a lot easier for you to accomplish what you need to. So that's what I'm getting if you pick the second reading. Just a quick little reading that I wanted to hop on and do for you guys. But thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you would like a personal reading, maybe you want a little bit more information. We did get the Seven of Swords there, so maybe you want a little more information about that situation. So reach out to me. The link below to my Etsy will take you to my page, and I have lots of different readings available over there for you. So thank you guys so much. Okay, and if you pick the last reading, this purple glittery cloud, there's a little star up there too, so little sign of hope up there. So let's look at your cards. Okay, the first card that we've got is the Six of Wands, and this is also the Lightning card. All right. The next card that we've got is the Ace of Pentacles. The next card that we've got is the Tower, card number 19. The next card that we've got is the Tower again. And the final card that we've got is Embrace Spirit, card number 8. All right. So no doubt you guys saw it. We've got the Tower twice. We've got the lightning. The lightning and the lightning is also in this card. So this next week, I'm not going to say it's going to be the easiest week that you've ever been through in your life. But the good thing about this Tower card in the Gilded Lenormand Deck is that it's not a negative card, okay? So this can be a card of just a place, a building, a structure. This is a building that is a place where you can overlook. So it's kind of like, it's like if you think about it, like in the olden days, they used to have a tower so they could see if someone was going to come in and attack them, you know. So it was like surveillance, it was like security. In some cases, it was like isolation. So that could be something that you could be dealing with. But I think that you will be able to protect yourself in this situation. So you could be expecting things to be really bad, but I think that, you know, I notice how there's this light in the background too that's kind of coming forth. So it's like, in spite of this typically being a negative card, I'm seeing the good nature of this card. I'm seeing that we've also got the Six of Swords. So it's like moving away from negative emotion. So not looking at this card as a bad card, looking at this card as a card of, you know, I'm okay. I am okay in spite of things that may be going on around me. I'm still going to look for the light. I'm still going to look for the positive in the situation. So this could have been something that has just passed, something that has just happened, or this is something that is going to be happening. And you know, it could be a struggle. Definitely the Tower card is never anything that is easy to deal with. So sometimes things are built on a foundation that just is not solid. You know, look here, it just doesn't look solid enough. So maybe you were kind of on the wrong path. You know, you had built this relationship or something like that, feeling like it was something that would last. You know, you thought, this is going to be good. You know, this is what I want. This is where I want to go. This is the direction I want to go. But it's never going to be what you want. You know, it was never intended to be what you thought it would be. So your attitude about it was kind of false, you know? So it's like that ivory tower. Like you thought things were going to go a certain way. You wanted things to go a certain way. But the truth is, you know, it wasn't meant to go that way. So don't be blind to it. If things have to change, you know, then you have to just live your life and go through those changes. No, they're not going to be easy, but at least now you know the truth. So that's the good news, is that you know you're not blind to it anymore. You know, this is kind of like a revelation, like, okay, well, I was not going in the right direction. So, you know, Spirit has come in, you know, God has intervened and he's changed everything in your life. You know, we've got the lightning here. So it's like you were headed down the wrong path. You shouldn't have been headed down that path. And so the fact is that, you know, it could come as a smack in the face, like, dang, it could just tear everything totally down, change everything. But it wasn't meant to stay the way that it was. It really wasn't. So think of this as like liberation, you know? So this change it's kind of freed you. You're not blind to it. You see the truth now. And it could be a bit scary, but the truth can be scary. So things are changing, okay? There's big changes. There's huge changes that are happening for you. But, you know, this is still the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands speaks of success, triumph, having faith, because victory is ahead. So you do have an advantage here. It may not seem like it, but you do. You have a fresh start. You've been freed. You're liberated from the situation. And I feel like you could be getting attention. You know, you could get recognized. There's nobody like you, you know? So just realize that if it was a relationship and it did break down, don't look at things from a negative point of view. Be optimistic and have faith that this was just meant to be, you know, and that doesn't make you a bad person. You are unique. Nobody can replace you. This is just, it couldn't go on, you know? You needed this intervention. And that's what this is like with this embrace spirit, you know? It's kind of telling you that both creative things and destructive things are born of the divine. So, you know, it's not like you're being punished. This, I wouldn't see it as punishment. This is just telling you that you were on the wrong path, okay? So something had to happen. And so I wouldn't see it as a failure. I wouldn't, you know, dwell on the fact that, oh, I'm a failure, you know, I couldn't be successful at that. I wouldn't see it that way. God is trying to help you. So it could feel, you know, this is really a tough time for you. You could feel, you know, like nothing's going to work out for you, but new things are happening. Okay. So you will have the strength to get through whatever this is. So be hopeful, be at peace with it. Be grateful that if you were on the bad path, the path that was not meant for you, that you have been steered in the right direction. So you're back on the good path. You know, maybe you were taking a bad path and now you've been, you know, turned around. So I feel like you're going in the right direction now. So this is good. You know, it doesn't look like a good reading, but it is. So it's like the circumstances, they may be testing you, but if you're patient, you will be rewarded. Okay, so it's like a new life. You know, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You could be falling into a new life, like you're falling, you feel like you're falling to your death, but what you're doing is you're falling into this new opportunity. And what you see as a tower, see it as a beacon of hope, you know, a safe place, someplace. So, you know, it can be going from one situation that's absolutely horrible to a situation that is meant to be. So we've got two towers, but one is a card of destruction and one is a card of hope. So what I'm seeing here is that new opportunities are going to be happening for you. So yes, maybe, you know, it was a big smack in the face. You didn't expect it, but it had to happen. Okay, so something good is going to replace this. And I think just find joy in the simple things in life right now. And I think there's new things that are happening for you. So enjoy the little things. I feel like there are good things, you know, pleasure, things that you can find pleasure in this time. So things are manifesting for you. Opportunities are manifesting for you. And with the Pentacles, you know, these are tangible things. These are physical things. So it could be new love. It could be a new path of a new career. It could be your health is improving. So look at the small things. Look at the small opportunities, the small hidden treasures of joy that I feel like are there. And don't focus on the negative, okay? And realize that you are spirit. You are spirit. You're living this in this human body. You're going through this physical experience. But you still are spirit. Spirit dwells within you. And new things are going to be happening, okay? New things are going to be born. New things are going to be created. And you will triumph. I mean, I said this is the Six of Wands. You will triumph. And it's not always easy, you know, but this is a time of testing. How are you going to act? You know, when your whole world is crushed, how are you going to act? Are you going to be optimistic? Are you going to keep your faith that these changes are going to be for the best? Or are you just going to, you know, go down with the ship? I don't know. I don't know. That's your choice. But I feel like it's really something you have to look at. And it, honestly, you know, is it good? Is it bad? Can you see the good in the bad? Sometimes that's what we have to do. So a time of trials, but God is helping you. So be humble, stand back, let that tower fall. Just stand back and be like, whoa, there it goes. Okay, it fell. So let it fall and then just be confident. Just step over the rubble and keep going. Keep moving ahead. Don't let that failure define you. So that's what I have for you if you pick this third reading. Not the best reading, but I think it was necessary. So that's what we got. So if you would like a little bit more information, then you can reach out to me on my Etsy. I have lots of different readings over there that I would love to do for you. So if this is something that you've been going through and you feel drawn towards reaching out to me to do a reading, then definitely do it. Definitely do it. And I can help you to maybe look at this from a different point of view and maybe see more of the good in the situation. So thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. And as always, sending you love, light, and blessings. Bye-bye.